The memory unit. Main memory is important to store programs that need to be executed by the CPU. Main memory is still much slower than the CPU, however, it is considerably faster than any secondary storage device, even the latest SSDs. If CPU had to get instructions directly from secondary storage, the wait would be agonizingly long. Data in memory is held in a sequence of memory locations. Each location can store a byte of data, or 8 bits, holding a value between 0 and 255. Each memory location is identified by a numerical address from 0 to some maximum possible address called the address space. It is important to distinguish the contents of a location from its address. Address space determines the maximum memory the CPU can access. The diagram shows how memory addresses are sequential, starting from 0. The size of the address space is dependent on the number of bits that can be stored on the address bus. Each address location can then store 8 bits of data. This data is known as the content of the memory location. When the CPU needs to read the contents of a location of memory, the following steps must be performed. The CPU first places the address of the location to be read on the address bus. The CPU then sets the read-write line of the control bus to indicate that it wants to read data. The memory unit senses the read-write line and the address bus, and copies the required data found at the memory address to the data bus. The memory unit then sets the ready line of the control bus, indicating that it has copied the data to the data bus. The CPU waits for this ready line to become active, and when sensed, reads the data from the data bus. Note the ready line is important as the memory unit is much slower than the CPU. When the CPU wants to write data to a location of memory, the following steps must be performed. The CPU places the address of the location to be written in the address bus and copies the data to be written to the data bus. The CPU sets the read-write line of the control bus to indicate that it wants to write data. The memory unit senses the read-write line and copies the data which is on the data bus to the location specified by the address bus. The memory unit then sets the ready line of the control bus, indicating that it has finished writing the data. The CPU waits until the ready line is set, then continues with its next operation. Thank you for watching.